Hi everyone, Nadia Ruiz. I'm a Headsweats Ambassador. I'm here to share a workout with you, but also wanted to share some kind of tips of what's going on right now. So if you guys want to share with you really quick who's with me, is everyone? Oh, there we go. Okay, just wanted to make sure it was on. So again, my name is Nadia Ruiz, and I'm here to share a workout with you, but a different type of workout. So first off, really quick, these are my pups. Took a little bit longer to set up because of these three big guys. This is Max, 12 years old. Bruno is my boxer, 10 years old. And then my newest addition, who is 5.5 months, is my Dudley Lab. So they've been keeping me kind of preoccupied. And what I wanted to share with you guys today is the importance of course, your physical workouts. And there's a lot of great stuff out there that I see studios putting out, trainers putting out, individuals putting out to give you guys the opportunity to just stay moving and stay physically active during these times when we are either working from home or we're not working from home and trying to figure out what to do with our time, or also our essential workers who are still out there working. But I also wanted to give you guys a reminder of how important it is to not just only physically work out. That should be something that we incorporate as much as possible, but also our mind, our emotional and mental health is very, very important right now. Given that this is a Headsweats company, I think this is something really important to remind ourselves and to talk about, to be open, to allow ourselves to just feel what's going on. It's been very, very hard lately for many of us that we're going through, and I know that we're looking for distractions, we're looking for ways to keep ourselves preoccupied, but this is a moment of, I was listening and reading something the other day where it says restriction kindles creativity. I think this is a time where we are going to be really, really challenged, and this is our opportunity to grow. This is our opportunity to really feel what is happening and connect. I've had a roller coaster of emotions, and I've had to process them in different ways, and I think a lot of it is just making sure that you create that structure for yourself, that segment, along with physically working out every day. It's that mental focus that we need to always remind ourselves that our heart is still important, our mind is still important. And I know it's hard, and all of us are suffering in different ways, and it's really important that we stay just proactive and not allow ourselves to get distracted. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts. I've been taking the opportunity to read a lot of books that I've been putting on hold, doing small little home projects that I was also putting on hold, and of course allowing the emotion to come out. And sometimes when you're hurting, you gotta allow that to come out, and I feel like we neglect that, whether there's something hard going on in our lives or whether there's great times, we neglect our emotional and our mental health a lot. Right now it's just so much more important and so crucial. There are little things that I want to share that maybe that I'm doing that maybe you can incorporate into your life as well. One thing is I've brought back my journaling. I've been journaling a lot more and reading a lot more. So it's really, really easy to allow yourself to stay distracted. It's really, really easy to allow yourself to get disheartened and sad during these times, but just remember that you are a real person and you have emotions, and let them out right now, because if you don't, they're going to be bottled up and they might not come out the right way at a later time. So creating a routine with your life, creating a routine with your days. We have a new normal now. We have a new way of life that we're living right now. And so again, this is whether you are an essential worker, whether you're working from home or you're not working from home, and you're looking for now that certainty of like, when is this going to end and when is this going to change. So creating that routine for yourself is going to be very important. And so what I have done is segmented my day in a way where I stay informed. I allocate about 2 hours in the morning of getting the updates, reading the articles, understanding what's happening globally, because this isn't something that's just happening to one individual. It's not happening to our families. It's not happening to our city, our state. It's happening to the world. And we are all going to be impacted in a certain way. So it is important to stay informed. Number one, stay informed. And I allocate a couple hours in the morning while I do my cleaning and dog care and stuff. It's important to stay informed. Number two is just to make sure you stay inspired. It's really, really easy right now to just get up sad, wake up to bad news again and again, and allow ourselves to fall into this sadness and this depression, this detachment. So that second point of staying inspired is really important. You have to do something that reminds you. Ask yourself 3 important questions every day. What truly inspires you? And even in the situation that we're in right now, what is inspiring you to wake up in the morning, to go to work from home, to have the attitude that we have? What inspires you? And what's important is when you ask yourself that true deep question, it really forces you to dig deep and to think and feel and reflect and see inside of not your heart and your mind. It's like, what really does inspire me? Now that certain things have been taken away from me, from us, from our community, from the world, what is it that inspires you? That if we actually lost truly the things that inspire us, how would we live? And for me, number one is my parents inspire me. My family inspires me. I think of those things that I absolutely truly love that carry me through each day. And it's so important to just remind yourself what inspires you, to just kind of reflect on that. And I take probably an hour or 2 a day of writing, of reading, and trying to remember about what inspires me to do. The third thing is to stay growing. This is a great opportunity to grow mentally, to grow physically, whether it be just reading a new book, writing a new journal, doing something new project, just creating something and growing. There's so many online courses right now that we can take advantage of and to learn a new skill, to learn how to cope, to learn how to survive, to learn new documentaries, to learn history, find the things that before we found ourselves never to have time for. This is the perfect time to do it and to grow mentally, to grow physically. And there's a lot of things that we can do. Even if it is alone, we're still globally connected with the internet. It has helped us a lot. And number 4 is stay consistent. There's gonna be really hard days. There's gonna be good days. There's gonna be okay days. But that number 4 thing is that staying consistent every day. Do a little bit for yourself. Do a little bit for your family. Do a little bit for just something to keep you going. And those are like the 4 things that keep me going every day, whether it's good times or bad times. It's staying informed, staying inspired, stay growing, stay consistent. And it's just something that will help you get through the day. It will help you get through the week, get through the month. And remind yourself, like, we're in this for the long haul. We're in this to survive. We're more globally connected than we know. The biology and the physiology of the body we have seen how it can impact us. So really taking care of our mind, our heart, our bodies, because it's not being selfish if you do. When you take care of yourself and create that space for yourself, you're able to then take care of those that you love. You're able to contribute some way to your community. You are able to contribute to society, to our species, and now to our globe, because this is happening to our globe. And it's a really, really good time to think about that. And if you want to call it meditation, if you want to call it reflection, if you want to call it whatever it is, but it's really important to take care of your mental, emotional health right now, because it's going to be a challenge every single day. And I'm not going to lie, I am human. I get hired to write things, I get hired to create things, I get hired to speak things. And whether I was in a lab publishing scientific articles, whether I was in an epidemiology office just collecting data, analyzing human behavior, whether I was in the classroom when I was an educator and teaching biology, I was always hired to create and say and write. And what I have found is that no matter how put together you have to be for your profession or for your role, remember that you got to take care of yourself. I probably find myself crying, hurting every other day, sometimes twice a day, because I allow myself to feel those emotions. And so it is important to recognize the emotions that you have, to accept them, and then to think and reflect and say, how can I move forward and progress? So I wanted to share that with you, and I hope that you will make these actions and these reflections for yourself, for your family, for your loved ones, because when you find out news that someone is hurting that you absolutely love, when you find out that you lose someone that you absolutely love, that's where it's going to hit home really, really hard. And I wish you the greatest of health, greatest of you get through the day, get through the week, get through the month. So I want to say thank you so much. And like I said, reach out to those people that you haven't reached out in a while and tell them you love them. Reach out to those people that you maybe haven't spoken to in a while and say, how are you doing? And have an in-depth conversation. This is the opportunity for that, in-depth. I know Zoom is booming right now with like big hangouts, and that's great. Again, those are great distractions and something, a little good mood uplifter. But taking the time to pick up the phone, FaceTiming, and having a really in-depth conversation with someone that you usually see on a regular basis, on a weekly basis, or maybe you haven't spoken to in years, and really talk. And that is gonna fill your heart. That's gonna help you, give you the hope that we are gonna get out of this together, and we're in this together, and we're here to support each other. So I hope that you continue to do that. I'm here doing the same, and hurting in my way, but managing and aiming to get better. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, Headsweats, for the opportunity. As you guys know, probably one of my favorite hats is the bonnet, and I always go outdoors with my hats whenever I go work out or whenever I go for my dog walks or my runs too. So thank you, everyone, and have a beautiful day.